All right, guys. So next up, we're going to be making our picks for the first week of the NFL season, starting tonight. Actually, we will be keeping track of all these picks week by week, and the loser at the end of the year, whoever got the most games wrong, is going to do some sort of challenge. We're not sure what it is yet. We'd love to leave it up to you guys if you'd like to participate. So, if you got any cool challenges for the loser to do at the end of the year, leave them down below. We'll be kicking it off tomorrow night, Thursday Night Football, Chiefs versus Lions. I'm so excited to hear your take on this one because it's your team.
Man,
It's your
MCDC and Lions Nation stand up. We are on prime time football, and we are kicking it off. They don't put you in this game for nothing. And they are showing the NFL fans what they need to see, and that's a good Lions team. Detroit is ready to take that next step and actually make the playoffs, which is something...
I don't disagree. They can run the North, but I don't think they'll beat the Chiefs.
I mean, this is something we need to pedal back on here. Do I think they're beating the Chiefs week 1? No, and that is what I'm upset about, is why are we starting the year off versus Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs?
It's unfortunate.
We had so much momentum to end the year, and we are putting that to a screeching halt with week 1 versus the Chiefs. I think Patrick Mahomes and that offense comes in like a buzzsaw, but
Yeah, for sure.
with the news of Travis Kelce being out with a hyperextended knee,
Maybe out. He's not totally out yet.
opens the door. I think he's definitely out for game 1. I don't think you push him week 1.
It would be smart to sit him.
Especially versus the Lions defense that probably won't give Patrick Mahomes any problems.
Yeah, but I mean, if Joe Burrow's playing, I think Travis is going to play. And even in a world where he doesn't play, I still am comfortably going to pick the Chiefs. Like you said, I just think Patrick is going to run through their defense all night long. And when it comes to the Lions pass catchers right now, they got Jameson Williams out for the first 6 games. Besides Amon-Ra, who's catching passes for them, bro?
Jahmyr Gibbs, Sam Laporta,
That's true.
sneaky pick.
I am excited to see Jahmyr Gibbs tonight. I actually am really excited to see
I'm also very excited to see Sam Laporta in the passing game. I think he's, besides the running backs and
Yeah.
possibly Khalif Raymond or a Reynolds, I think he could see a good amount of targets here. So even if you're looking for fantasy options and you're in a pinch, maybe if Travis Kelce's out and you need a waiver wire pickup, Sam Laporta could be your guy.
Possibly. All right. So we're both going Chiefs, though, right? You're going against your team?
Unfortunately,
Okay.
I'm going with the Chiefs.
All right, cool. All right, next one we got Panthers versus Falcons. I'm a big Bryce Young guy.
I'm rolling with the Lions. Lions week 1 upset versus the Chiefs. You heard it here first.
minute swing.
Jared Goff is picking apart that offense.
Oh, he's picking
Now
apart the
we
offense,
could go
eh? Okay.
to the second
Sure.
matchup here.
Sure. I like that you're riding with your team. That's what a good fan
I'm
does.
riding or dying.
But you're going to start 0-1 because of that. So, get fucked.
And that's something I'd be okay with.
All right, Panthers versus Falcons. Bryce Young, a legacy game to start his career off. That Falcons defense is trash. I love Bryce Young. I'm a big Bryce Young guy, so I'm going to pick the Panthers. I'm rooting for him, and I hope they're a good team this year.
I think that's terrible. I think Bryce Young sucks. I think he's the next coming of last year's Russell Wilson because he's small and cannot throw the ball. I'm going with the Falcons here. I think they have sneaky weapons. I mean,
Cool. I like that.
With Bijan, we're gonna run him.
Bijan and who else?
We're gonna run him to death. We got Tyler Algier in the backfield as well. Kyle Pitts maybe could do something again. I mean, he needs to wake up. And I mean, what
Realistically,
Desmond
bro,
Ridder throwing the ball.
That's
I mean,
what I was going to say. It all falls on Desmond.
I mean, Desmond could be all right. I think you're getting the same quarterback with Bryce Young game 1. I don't think Bryce Young's doing anything special to win the game. I mean, he can maybe not lose the game.
Well, another part of it is I like that Panthers defense a lot more than I like the Falcons defense.
That's true.
But I still am a Bryce Young guy regardless.
I mean, they got Terrell at cornerback.
Yeah.
So I like him locking up whoever their Jonathan Mingo
Adam Thielen.
is. Adam Thielen and Mingo. Those are
Wide
your two
receiver
receiving
one.
options. Yeah,
Adam
I mean, it's
Thielen,
wraps.
baby.
It's wraps for the Panthers.
Texans versus Ravens. Who you got? Do we even need to talk about this one or what?
I mean, I'm going Texans easy here. I'm
Shit.
a stopper right there. I mean, Lamar Jackson and Odell Beckham Jr. are going to roll in and protect their home field.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think there's anything to say here. Literally, my notes, I wrote Ravens, what is there to say?
Yeah,
I mean, they should roll over the Texans. Texans are probably going to be the worst team in the league this year, so
yeah,
that's my take. Bengals, Browns. What we think?
great game.
Yeah.
I mean, this is one of the best games of this week, I think.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to watching this. I got a lot of fantasy guys playing here. Yep, I do have a stack of Chase and Burrow. I think the Bengals just keep doing what they do, and that's score the ball and play serviceable defense. I think the Bengals come out with a win, but I would be excited to see the Browns show up and be the team that they've sort of supposed to been for.
Could be
the
team they could be.
Past 3 years.
But, like we just said, it's a team they could be. Last year when Deshaun was in, they didn't show the ability to be that team. So, like you said, I just think the Bengals are going to go in there and do what they do.
Mm-hmm.
But, Cleveland does have the offensive firepower to, maybe get a little bit of an upset here. You got Amari Cooper, who I love this year. I think he's going to be a top 10 guy with a full season of Deshaun Watson. But until they prove it to me that they can be a legit team this year, I'm going to pick the Bengals.
No, I like it.
Yeah.
I agree with you. And rolling into the next game, we got Jaguars versus Colts. Sort of very one-sided here, but there's a lot to watch with the Colts and Anthony Richardson. I'm going Jaguars here. I don't think there's any real questions.
Well, I agree. I'm also going Jaguars. But if you looked at how they played last season, they started off very slow and then came on to the end of the season. So I think it maybe has potential to be a close game. But like we said about, Bryce, it all falls on AR-15.
Yeah, I think Doug Peterson and the boys get it done early, though, this year. I think this division is theirs from week one.
I hope so. I'm a Trevor Lawrence guy, too.
Yeah, I like it.
Buccaneers, Vikings. This is going to be another good game. Baker Mayfield, man. There's so many quarterback questions.
I'm so high on Baker Mayfield this year.
I am, too, especially with the receiving core that he has.
I mean, he's still got the weapons, and maybe that's all he's needed.
Yeah.
Just needed more weapons.
Disagree.
I mean, every quarterback needs weapons. Every quarterback that fails, for the most part, has nobody to make plays. He's got the guys. He's got the gunslinging ability.
Yep.
He's going to get the ball out. Chris Godwin, big year. I'm high on Chris Godwin.
I know you are.
I've been very high on Chris Godwin.
Hold on. Bro tried to sell me Chris Godwin in fantasy like he was Justin Jefferson all year
He's
long.
a guy.
He's ridiculous.
A guy. And Mike Evans does what he does year in and year out.
Yeah,
I mean,
he'll be Mike Evans.
Even though I'm not very high on him as a fantasy producer, he always outdoes what I think he's going to do.
So you're picking Tampa?
I'm picking Tampa.
Okay. I'm going to go Minnesota.
I just think the Vikings defense is horrendous.
I like that one.
I think their offense takes a step back, missing Dalvin Cook, even though he's getting old. But what are you going to do? Throw the ball to Justin Jefferson 30 times?
Here's the thing. I think both teams are going to score. I think it's what defense can hold up a little bit better.
I like the Bucks D.
I do too, but I don't know. Baker, man. Too many questions.
Dude, I really hope Baker comes out there like that Rams game and just slings it up.
That'd be cool. I mean, I loved Baker when he got drafted. I've always been a Baker guy.
Baker's good for football.
Yeah, he is. I agree with that, actually.
So I need a Baker
That's a good
win.
take right there.
Titans versus Saints.
Yo, sleeper game in my opinion. Dude,
explain it.
Everybody's shitting on the Titans. They're the same team we've seen in the last few years that's made the playoffs, plus the addition of DeAndre Hopkins now. I don't think they're going to have nearly as hard as a fall off as a lot of people are saying. And I also think they're still very much in contention for that division to compete with Jacksonville. With that being said, though, I do love the Saints this year so much, like a ridiculous amount. So I do think they'll come out on top in this game. I'm going to pick the Saints.
I'm on the same wavelength here. I'm picking the Saints. High on them. Just like him. I mean, he sort of talked me into that a few days ago. The defense is always there.
That's
usually.
what it is. Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, they'll figure it out on offense, I guess.
I love Derek Carr leading that offense. If you're the Saints, that's a perfect guy for you. A veteran who can take care of the ball and get it to his playmakers.
I mean, sure. I don't like Olave. I don't know
You're
why.
An idiot for that.
I just don't.
I think he was one of the guys that went over for 1,000 yards that we didn't put on our quiz. He was one of those guys.
Yeah, I'm not an Olave guy. I hope Michael Thomas stops being a little bitch and enjoys playing football.
Slant
again.
boy.
Yeah, I mean, if he's healthy and he's a shell of himself, that offense is going to go.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
Kamara comes back and
it's Kamara, and you have that defense to back it.
And you have Jamal Williams, who even if Kamara doesn't come back, and he sucks if he does come back, Jamal Williams is going to get you 20 tuds.
You love that guy so much, bro. He's not going to see the field after week 3.
But for the Titans, I just don't see them going. I can't see them. I mean, quarterback questions have been in their roster for years. I mean,
that's true.
What are they going to do this year? 2 years in a row where they draft quarterbacks high up in the draft, and yet they haven't moved on from Tannehill.
I just still think that Tannehill has the ability to be that guy that's serviceable. with a guy like Derrick Henry, at running back and the addition of DeAndre Hopkins. Do I think they're a great team that's going to, make a playoff or a Super Bowl run? I don't think so, but I think they have enough to get it done in that division possibly.
Another grudge match. 49ers versus Steelers. Battle of two defenses. We could see this game maybe score a total of 20 points. These defenses are going to come out to ball week one with the amount of time they've had to prepare for these offenses.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I just love Brock Purdy so much, bro. Like, he came in last year as a rookie, dude. He was still taking classes in college, I'm pretty sure, at the time he was playing in the league, right?
Yep.
That was the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he came in and played at an MVP level. And I think if he didn't get hurt in the NFC Championship game and there wasn't that bullshit-ass call for that Devontae Smith catch on the first drive of the NFC Championship game, which led to an Eagles touchdown, I think the 49ers win that game. And hell, who knows if they made it to that Super Bowl if they could have won. They're my pick to make it out of the NFC. So with that being said, they're 100% my pick to beat the Steelers this week.
I'm going to go right along with you. I think Brock Purdy's a guy. I don't know if he's anything more special than what they could have with a Trey Lance or Jimmy G for that matter. I mean, I think you put really any quarterback in there and they're going to be the highest floor of any team at the quarterback position. It's an easy system to get down.
Sure.
The Steelers are a decent defense. I think Brock Purdy comes off this ulnar bracing and slings that rock a little bit to his guys Ayuk and Debo and just dumps it off to CMC, and they sort of push their way to victory.
Yeah, I don't want to discredit the Steelers, though. A lot of people are high on them this year.
I mean,
like a lot of people.
After a couple preseason games, apparently they're Super Bowl bound. Apparently that offense is
allegedly
running like nothing else. So probably the worst game of the week.
The shit bowl.
Cardinals versus Commanders.
Do we even want to talk about it? Like, I'm going to just take my pick. Commanders.
I'm also going Commanders here.
Better defense and a couple more playmakers on offense. I think that's all I
just think Sam Howell isn't going to throw 3 picks. And
who's Arizona's quarterback? Who's playing quarterback? Tracy McSorley. Is he even on that team? No, I don't know. He was last year, though, right?
Joshua Dobbs.
No, he's not their starter. They just picked him up.
Joshua Dobbs expected to start for Cardinals in Week 1 versus Commanders.
Dude, I think they picked him up like yesterday.
Yeah, 10 hours ago. NFL just posted.
Yo, they're fucked. Put the house on Commanders' money line, bro. Put the house on there.
This is bad.
Packers and Bears. This is a game I'm excited for. I'm high on the Saints. I am so high on the Bears. The Bears are going to be that 7th seed this year, and they're going to make the playoffs. With that being said, I have a mini rant I want to go on real quick about the Packers because I've been waiting to make this rant since the draft earlier in the year. You have Jordan Love, a young guy at quarterback who's came in and struggled in the time that we've seen him be on the field, right? Yep. You need to get him as much help as you possibly can. They had the chance to select the first wide receiver of the draft this year. They had the pick of the litter, whoever they wanted for their franchise guy, the guy they're dedicating and handing their franchise over to, Jordan Love, and they didn't pick a wide receiver for him. So with that being said, they deserve to go 0-17 this year. I love the Bears. I think they're making the playoffs. I'm taking the Bears. That's it.
I think Anthony is so off on everything he just said.
Really?
I am high on the Packers this year.
Wow.
I think their offense is still going to run. I think Christian Watson is a guy. I think Aaron Jones is still going to get things done in that running game. He's super efficient. And they got A.J. Dillon in the back just ready to push in touchdowns. I think their offense is still going to go. I think Jordan Love will be serviceable. I don't know how well he's going to do. They've got Romeo Dobbs to catch balls, too. He's not bad. He's not great.
He's not noteworthy.
The Bears, I don't think Justin Fields takes this leap that everybody's thinking. I mean, his floor is pretty high.
Bro, he already took it last year, though.
He can't throw. I think the Packers are a better team, but going into Chicago is where I get a little iffy.
In Chicago, tough. Week 1. But you picked the Packers, right?
I might go Bears.
You just contradicted everything you said, bro.
In a season's outlook, I think the Packers 10 times out of 10 end with a better record than the Bears.
Okay. That's fair.
But I'm going to go Bears. I will go Bears.
Me too.
Ants game. Broncos country, let's ride because we're ready to see if Russell Wilson has changed anything except his therapist in the past year.
That's fucked up.
Broncos versus Raiders. Interdivision game.
Yeah, that's huge.
Week 1. What's going to happen, Ant? I'll defer this to you.
So, listen, if Sean Payton can't fix this offense, then nobody can. Last year, the problem was never the offense. It was never the defense. It was 100% the offense. I sat there as a Bronco fan last year, and to put it lightly, wanted to rip my hair out. And that's putting it so out of this world lightly. But like I said, if Sean Payton can't fix this team and fix Russell Wilson, then I don't know who can. As far as it goes this week, I don't like the Raiders. I think they downgraded at quarterback. I think our defense is going to lock them up, really. So, like you said, Broncos country. Let's ride.
I think the Broncos are still going to suck on offense, but I don't think any level of suck will make them lose to the Raiders this week. So I'm going to take the Broncos as well.
Let's go.
Let's ride.
That's huge.
Let's ride. We have Dolphins versus Chargers, and this is going to be an absolute bloodbath. We're going to see Tua and them boys get it done. I'm taking the Dolphins for sure here.
Yeah.
I think Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle probably each go over 100 yards and maybe a touchdown apiece. Who knows? But I think Tua's going to sling that rock and just pick apart the Chargers.
Yeah, I think both guys are going to sling the rock. But I think the Dolphins will outshoot them. Mm-hmm. I'm definitely going with the Dolphins here as well.
I think the Chargers' offense with their new OC is going to look a little better. Maybe
it's
just
week
a little,
1. They could look frazzled.
Maybe just a little different. I mean, Austin Eckler really got it done last year. Apparently, they're going away from that and a little more passing.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
it's going to be a high-scoring game regardless.
Eagles, Patriots. This is definitely interesting.
Is it, though? I'm seeing a lot of people say it is, but I don't think it is at all.
I mean, it's not, but it's in Foxborough. And it's still Bill Belichick in that defense. And they know, if they know anything, it's how to stop the run. Every single year, they stop the run.
Stop the run. You still got to deal with A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts himself taking off, not just the running of the running back.
And that's where you sort of see if Jalen Hurts could really sling the rock when the run game's not working.
Jalen can sling the rock,
He can sling the rock when he's a threat to get out of the pocket.
I hate mobile quarterbacks.
I hate mobile quarterbacks, and that's why I'm taking the Eagles to win this game. It's just too easy. I mean, the Eagles are just way too high-powered.
Yeah, I mean,
both sides of the ball.
Yeah, New England's defense will probably hang in there early on, but when they're on the offensive side of the ball, who are you gonna go to?
Yeah, Mac Jones sucks.
And not just that, but like, you're gonna throw the ball to Juju. Who they got after Juju?
He's gonna do a little TikTok dance. He's gonna be open.
TikTok dance his way to an L, 0-1 for the Patriots to start the year.
Rams versus Seahawks.
Cooper Kupp out. Came out today.
Hamstring?
Yeah, whatever it is, I don't know.
Knee, hamstring, ankle.
I don't think it changes my pick personally.
I mean, I'm going Seahawks here.
Me too.
I mean, not a big Geno Smith fan, but dude gets it done. They got way too many weapons, and they added another with Smith and Jigba, and
he is active. He was questionable. He's active though.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to see a lot of the snaps. I mean, the Rams don't have anybody to stop that. And Matt Stafford has nobody to throw to. Cam Akers absolutely sucks.
Yeah, the Rams are an interesting team to me this year because a lot of people think they can return to Super Bowl form with a healthy Stafford. I don't see it either. I think they can maybe return to playoff form, but that Seattle offense this year, bro, with the addition of Smith and Jigba, I'm excited to see it. I'm also going to pick them week 1 against the Rams. Cowboys versus Giants. Classic good old rivalry.
I like this.
Yeah, it's fun.
Good slot for them. This is where it gets a little interesting for me. And we'll talk about this.
I think we're going to have the same pick based off what you're saying.
I'm big on the Giants this year, and I'm always low on the Cowboys. I hate the Cowboys, but this does not affect my pick here. I think Dak Prescott sucks. I think Tony Pollard is a dog. I think CeeDee Lamb sucks. I think Daniel Jones is a dog. I think Saquon Barkley is a dog. I think the Giants
Hold on. What wide receiver's a dog? Who they have at receiver, bro?
Hyatt.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And Darren Waller.
So you're picking Giants?
I'm picking the Giants, and I think they sort of hold Cowboys around 24 points,
Okay.
and I think the Giants put up around 30.
So I originally, 30?
I think it.
30?
I think the Dallas defense is not going to hold
With
them.
what receivers?
They don't need them.
Okay, listen. Originally, I also had Giants on my list, but just because you're now picking the Giants, I'm going to switch and go Cowboys just because I see an opportunity to pick up a game here. The Cowboys always kind of treat the Giants like their baby brother when it's come in the recent years inside that division. So I don't really see any reason why I should change this year. I'm going to go with the Cowboys.
Josh Allen versus Aaron Rodgers.
It's a big Week 1 game.
I
It's
love
huge.
it. I love it. And this just sets the tone. You're going to see right away if Aaron Rodgers and the Jets are legit. I think they are. I'm taking the Jets in Week 1 at home
Really?
versus the Buffalo Bills. I think Josh Allen's still Josh Allen, and I think Stephon Diggs is still Stephon Diggs. Outside of that, I don't really like too much of their team.
That's a fair take. I'm going to pick the Bills here just because seeing how last year played out with the Broncos, with Nathaniel Hackett at offensive coordinator, seeing how much of a mess that was, given now that Aaron Rodgers is in that same situation with Hackett, kind of makes me a little bit sus to see how this Jets offense is going to run earlier in the year.
Wasn't Hackett the head coach?
Right, but he was still the play caller.
Okay.
He was calling the plays. With that being said, Rodgers was teamed up with Hackett already in Green Bay, so it'll probably be a little bit less of an adjustment for him. But I'm not an Aaron Rodgers guy. I think he's an absolute diva, so I'm going to pick the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Hackett reunion, the little kumbaya
Fuck
they
that guy,
have
bro.
in New Jersey,
Fuck that guy.
not New York. I think it's exactly what he needed after his little retreat into the darkness. I think
Oh my god.
he knew what he wanted here.
Who does that?
And it's going to be a win versus the Buffalo Bills in Week 1. That's what
Okay.
he saw, and that's why he came
That
back.
defense is legit, so.
I
it's
mean,
possible.
Sauce Gardner's picking at least one.
Yeah.
That's my prediction.